This is my audience. What does it take to change the world? If I showed you a way that you could be a part of something that is making a difference, would you take the effort to become a part of that change? As a member of Regent University's International Justice Mission, I have seen the power there is when people work together to cause change. IJM is an organization that has been supported by CNN, NBC, Charity Navigator, ECFA, as well as many others who all point to IJM saying that they are making a difference. Today, there is a need for people to change how at-risk areas are being helped. International Justice Mission is an organization that is striving to rescue people from injustice and also to transform countries so that they're not needed there anymore. With your help, you can bring awareness to the problems that IJM is working to restore and support the good work that they're already doing. The International Justice Mission is committed to improving the justice systems of the world. When you participate in your IJM chapter, you are becoming a part of that change. There are more slaves in the world today than there has ever been in any time of history. The Global Slavery Index points to upwards of 35.8 million slaves. This problem is hidden within the cracks of the poorest of our societies. Through false pretenses and inescapable debt, generations are forced into slave labor. Sexual violence goes unprosecuted but also untracked because many systems aren't set up to assist those who cannot pay. Worse yet, sexual violence has become a commodity in the fact that human trafficking has a market value of $150 billion. $150 billion earned off of men, women, and 2 million children who have no escape. At the end of the day, poverty isn't the only reason that these things are happening. In America, there's an estimated of 60,000 slaves, and yet there's only been a little more than 44 perpetrators who have ever been prosecuted. In India, only 5 slave laborers have ever served significant time, even though there is millions of slaves that have been recounted in India. Police forces around the world are corrupt, and justice systems are not in place to be able to rectify this issue. Without attempts to rescue, diligence applied to claims, and effort given to bring justice to those discovered, those in slavery have no hope of a life outside their own twisted world. There's more to this problem than meets the eye. Rescue and financing are not the only solution. We need aftercare and prosecution, representation in court, and an overall restructuring of most justice systems are also needed for these problems to be reversed. That is exactly what the International Justice Mission is all about. Gary Hudgens, CEO and founder of IJM, puts it this way. It's a group of investigators, lawyers, social workers who are working to rescue victims and also to bring justice so that the violence stops. Even better, 95% of their employees are from the very same country that they're working to restore. So this means that we're not just an organization that's coming in, telling you what you're doing wrong and then leaving, but they're coming in, working hand in hand with the systems of that nation so that they can make partnerships and make change so that current and future societies can have justice restored. IJM has established new laws and new enforcement of those laws so that the violence has been stopped. Over the past 18 years, 18,000 slaves have been rescued, 13,000 officers have been trained, and 770 criminals have been convicted because of IJM's work. These horrifying tragedies occur with the poor, most often because people are not willing to give them a voice. We have the opportunity to help change that. Regent University has on campus an International Justice Mission chapter that works to bring awareness and to raise funds to help support IJM's work. Earlier this year, we already had a bonfire where people could come, eat s'mores, hang out with friends, but also talk about the injustice that there is in the world and to see what IJM is doing to help correct that injustice. In the works, we have an art show where we're going to exhibit some student-created art that people can vote on using money that will go to support IJM's work. Even though IJM is making a big difference, it doesn't always require a big commitment. These meetings are completely student-led, and they're only held once every other week. Every time we get together, we take time to pray for the countries and the problems that are abounding in them. But then we get to work trying to think of creative ways that we can do our part to break this cycle, even just within Virginia Beach, Virginia. I hope that at the end of this, you have had your eyes opened to the millions of voiceless people there are in the world. International Justice Mission is working diligently to help correct these situations from the bottom up. I encourage you, Region students and everyone, that IJM is working to restore this. And when you join, you are doing your part to help show your support and also raise awareness to the problems that there are. By supporting the efforts of our IJM chapter, you are supporting the holistic work that IJM is doing around the world. I want to leave you with a scripture from James that says, "True religion is this, to look after widows and orphans in their distress." As Christians, we have a responsibility to look after those who cannot repay us. So whether or not you choose to join the International Justice Mission or not, I encourage you to take the time, even on your way to class or when you go to the grocery store, to share a little bit of God's love, because you love God when you love His children. Thank you.